Welcome to Tall Garage, everybody. Today we're back on the 4300. I know it's been a little while, but I almost died, and we've had technical difficulties. You'll see that later on in the video. Today's video is all about wiring the 300 up. As you can see, we have coils on, we have our plug wires, we got our injectors all wired up, and we got our main harness on. So we're going to be showing a little bit of that, and we're going to be showing some odds and ends, such as getting the turbo drain hooked up. But the big thing about this video is first start, in quotes. The first attempted start. As you can see, we've got our starter on, and we're going to give her hell, see if we can get her to start. So stay tuned for that in this video, and make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. A couple seconds of your time really helps the channel out. Down in the description, you'll find the link to the Facebook group, which all this has been shown for months now. So you guys definitely get a little bit of early access instead of waiting for the videos. And I like to see your guys' projects too, so make sure you check that out. But yeah, let's get started. Welcome to Tall Garage. Alright, so this video is going to be broken up into two parts. Part one, we're going to talk about the cheapest Holley EFI harness I could find, which is probably why most of you are here. And then after that, we're going to talk about wiring up the project engine that I got this for. So, if you're interested in this harness, stick around, we'll show you some more. But, found this harness on, well, I didn't find it anywhere. A viewer messaged me and said, hey, there's a place that is making Holley harnesses out of China for super cheap. And I was like, well, how cheap, super cheap? $200. I don't know, I think that was like, I think the total, this is $275, I think, shipped. And I also got this injector harness with it, right? So, I got main harness, injector harness, $275 shipped. I think that's a heck of a deal. Mainly because the Holley harness is like $500+ if you get it from Holley, right? So I got this. So, we're going to open it up. We're going to check it out. Now, you guys want to try to hunt this place down? It is, see if we can get this in frame here. It is CNCH Wiring Harness and Connector Manufacturers. I don't know. But here's the information on the harness, right? So scan that QR code, or maybe don't. You know what? Don't do that. Who knows where that leads. But anyway, that's where I got the harness from. I'll put a link down below. Now, I personally have had my hands on 3 Holley harnesses. So I kind of know what they look like. I kind of know how they look. And we're just going to take a gander at this. So it is different. It's not the same harness. I can tell you right now, this isn't the same place making the Holley harness, but it does look a bit different. But they're doing a darn good job. The connectors look real good. They don't feel too chinky. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Anyway, they don't feel too cheap. I will say, though, that besides the main connectors, which you should be able to figure out where they go, most everything else is labeled. So, for example, this is ignition coil even. Here's the ignition coil odd, wideband. There's a crank. Yeah, so everything's wired. The weight feels good. So I don't think the wires are too cheap. Like, the wires themselves feel pretty good, so I don't think they're the cheapest wires you've ever seen. Everything's labeled. I like it for the price. You know, there's a lot of secondhand Holleys going around, secondhand Terminators going around. People are upgrading to the Terminator X Maxes, they're upgrading the Dominators, all that stuff uses the same harness. So there's a lot of them floating around. So if you want to pick up a used standalone harness or standalone ECU, you need a harness. I think this is a good deal. So I'll try putting the link on the screen somewhere. I'll try putting it in the description so you guys can go check this out. But we're going to get this all laid out in the engine, and we're going to start seeing how it looks. Coil packs are mounted finally with the brackets we had SendcutSend made. If you want parts from SendcutSend, make sure you check out this link right here. You'll get 15% off your first order from them. They make great stuff. But we might have to flip these brackets all around because this bracket is having this coil hang off the end, which could be a problem if we need the engine back another inch. So we might have to flip them and have them closer to the oil fill. But I think this will be okay. We're gonna get the intake on now again. So we had to finish up some stuff on the bottom. I got this map sensor. Huh? It is a nice workbench, right? Nice big flat fenders, they're nice. But anyway, so I got this, we had to put a map sensor in this intake. I should have had a provision made for one when we were doing the welding on it, but I didn't. So I got this map sensor holder thing from K-Tuned. That's the part number right there. And it actually didn't fit my GM map sensor. It would have fit like a Honda one or something. So my friend Shad opened it up a little bit, but now it fits the map sensor just right. So that's done. And the other thing we needed to put in the intake was we had to put an IAT intake inlet temp sensor. So the only one that would have fit this port that I could find was this Rice sensor right here. And they make really good sensors, but they're a little pricey. I think I got this on sale for like 70 bucks. It's a lot, but it's supposed to be a lot faster than the old one. So we got to put that in there yet. Once we get that on, we can slam the intake back on the engine and I can finish wiring it. We're gonna get the wiring harness laid out and start getting everything hooked up after I finish doing the coils. So I'm gonna throw the intake on after we get that sensor in, and then I'll talk to you about how I'm doing these coils, because this wasn't as easy as I was hoping it'd be. It kind of like was a big pain in the ass. So we'll talk about that. Holy crap, I've done this 3 times. Man. Okay, you guys have seen me talk about mounting the coils. Here's me talking about wiring the coils. This wiring is just temporary. It sucks. I don't like the way it came out. I repinned them all so we can run it in sequential, but guess what? We're firing up in batch fire, so it doesn't really even matter. I didn't have to. So that's the coil wiring. You could have just plugged these in. Who cares? Any order, batch fire, doesn't care. But it is hooked up. Down here, we finished installing the mount. I would recommend these 302 mounts. It installed super easily using a bolt hole and a little bracket I made that you can't see down in there, but it's probably in our video. We installed the sensor. I had to make this extension to go to the main harness. No one could tell me where to wire my shielding grounds to, so I didn't. Hopefully there's not enough interference, so it doesn't matter. Whatever, I don't care at this point. We talked a little bit earlier on the intake about the map sensor, so here it is plugged in and installed. This particular map sensor had a different plug, so I had to make this little adapter harness to go to the main harness. It's pretty simple. We also set it up to have a output on the signal side of the harness, so that way we could tap into it and the terminator to do flex fuel based on map in the future, because the Terminator X still doesn't have a dedicated way to do it in the computer, so you have to do it the hard way and burn input. So that's also done. Injector wiring, this is the harness I showed off earlier. I got from the same place I got the main harness. I did repin it, so when laid out like this, there's 1 through 6 in the correct order. And we're gonna actually probably keep this for the future because it actually laid out pretty nice and we can tie it up pretty decently with some zip ties. Again, we didn't have to rewire or repin this either because it is going to be batch fire the first start. So this is kind of pointless, but it's future-proofed, so that's good. Spark plug wires are just standard spark plug or standard LS length plugs. These are a little bit longer. I made these custom, but I'm pretty sure that the standard length ones would work if you're going to go that route. So we got my flex plate finally, and I don't know. I feel like they drilled this pattern on the wrong face because I've turned it every bolt hole. There is no orientation in which all these holes let me put a bolt in. I can only get these 4 in. And it looks to me like if you drilled these holes on the back side, then they would line up. So that's my thought process on this. I might have to get another one. And then we got a starter on too, because I want to, real shortly, we're going to get this thing spinning over, build oil pressure. So I got this neat mount off eBay to hang it here. This is a small block starter. I have no idea if it's going to work. I have no idea if it actually works. I'm going to do some Googling when I get home to find out, but I just mounted it up here to kind of see how it's going to look. So yeah, that's the progress, guys. Stay tuned. I don't remember where I was left off, but as you guys remember, I put this old crappy starter on. It probably don't work, but we're going to test it anyway. I got my solenoid. Just got that in the mail. I got the line made for the turbo drain. Finally got the fittings to make that work. We put the engine on a cart so it can roll around now. That was super duper. And we also bolted it on each side, one in the front, one in the back. So when it falls over, at least it'll stay on the stand. Yeah, so I gotta get some cables. We're gonna get the battery over here, and we're just gonna spin it over and see if my gauge on the other side shows oil pressure. And if we show oil pressure, I can finish doing the little wiring that's left and try starting it. We have our starter set up on a relay to the battery. So all that's ready to go. We have a dead man switch to turn it over with. And our fuel is going to be provided by this bucket running deadhead into the intake. So that's pretty simple there. Kind of a big thing, you know. Should probably get a funnel.
Kenny, men don't need funnels. We are the funnel, okay?
That's right. But yeah, this is the first oil going in this thing.
Glub, 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 glub.
It has oil pressure, dude.
Should put some Lucas in there, Ken. What's that meme going around? Some Lucas being poured into it?
Yeah. So hopefully that my side cover sealed up. I would hate to, because I remember this is going right into the side cover.
Oh, it'll be fine.
So we'll see how that goes. Just get out of here. Oh. Hopefully it blows up so I don't gotta work on it.
It's pretty hilarious.
Dude, it'll look good in the corner just sitting there, dude. Everybody will ask about it.
They'll be like, well, does it run? You'll be like, yeah, it runs. Start it up.
It ran for about 5 seconds. All right, so this is starter tests.
Starter test.
It's not gonna work, so it doesn't matter. But here we go. And 5, 4, 3,
Kenny,
2.
do it. Okay, hook it to the other solenoid.
I don't think it matters which one you hook it up to.
Damn.
Well,
get the tester and see if we have power going to that terminal. Okay, everybody. Kenny says this is it's a tomorrow job and not a today job. I just want everybody to be aware of that because he won't take 5 minutes to go pull a known good part off something instead of this bullshit Amazon junk. Awesome. I guess we'll check in tomorrow, boys. So I got Kenny to agree to a today job.
that means nothing. That's nothing, right?
We'll put it on the thing, not the stud. The stud's garbage. Starter works.
Starter works.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Test fire, not test fire. Turnover number 4. I don't like how much that bracket moves.
I don't like how much that bracket moves either. Is it tight?
It's tight.
Well, keep going then.
I'm gonna go over there and check the oil pressure. I can stop it. Quick editor's note here, fellas. After we confirmed the starter mount did, in fact, work for a very brief period of time, we pulled the spark plugs out and confirmed oil pressure, which I am proud to say we had a nice strong 40 PSI on the starter. I was very happy with that. So after we confirmed that, we threw the plugs back in and we attempted to start it. I guess I should explain what I'm doing, right? Should I do that? Explain what I'm doing?
Sure, man.
So this is the main power for the Terminator we're using to try to start the engine.
What's a Terminator?
It's Holley's greatest, okay, maybe not the greatest, because they have the the Dominator. The Dominator is the greatest. But the Terminator is the Dominator's like
I thought there was Terminator Max.
hot Asian cousin.
I thought there was like Terminator Max or something.
Yeah, they're all the Terminator family. Same thing.
Yeah, but isn't the Max better than the X?
I mean, not really.
Well, then why do they have different ones?
It depends. Like if you want
Fucking already fucking up, dropping shit.
If you want an electronic controlled transmission and you want the Terminator to do it, then yes, it's better. But if you don't, like guys with
So this is like the ugly stepkid of the Dominator.
no, it's good. It's just good in other ways.
Oh,
like you know, like Dominator may be the one with big tits, but the Terminator is the one with the big ass. You know, they're both good. Everybody likes what they like. You know. I don't know if Hollywood would like me comparing.
Probably not. Hollywood probably not like that. Luckily, Holly hasn't sponsored you yet.
Well, no, not officially. Hot Rod, the great guys at Hot Rod. Shout out to Hot Rod. Everybody, I need to ask them for a free subscription to Hot Rod, by the way.
Ooh.
The great guys at Hot Rod have.
Maybe they'll give you more than 0 copies this time.
Oh, if it goes to print, yeah.
That'd be pretty dope.
They did only give me 0 copies of it when it went to print.
The wire's fucked up. Straighten it up.
How's it fucked up?
Is that wire?
No, that's a piece of fuzz.
Oh, okay. A piece of fuzz. I thought it was a strand of wire.
No, that's a piece of fuzz.
Hate the fuzz on my ass.
That's right. Okay.
You should have slid it up there first, dickhead.
Yeah, you know, I was gonna, because you told me to. I did it the last time, and I did it this time, and now it's being a cunt. I mean, I shouldn't say that either.
Yeah, Ken. Fucking this video's gonna get flagged,
I'm
man.
gonna have to beep all this shit out, dude.
Is that the proper way to crimp those, Kenny?
I don't know. On the small stuff, I use these, but this is so big, I don't think it'd work.
That's what she said.
So, yeah, okay. I don't remember which way I put that in. All right, so I'm gonna hook this up to the battery first. Give me a big ring terminal for this, please.
It's gonna flip over on that cart, dude.
That's why I want to hold. Here, you run the button.
No, fuck, no.
Well, then you hold the engine. I'll run the button.
I'm not holding my thumb on the fuel, but I'll stand over here and hold the intake.
All right. Yeah. Well, just put it on top and the valve on like.
You're leaking fuel out up here too, dude.
Where?
Up here.
I might just need tighten. Here, I'm just gonna tighten that real quick.
Pretty tight, dude. I can't move my hand.
Yeah, this needs tightened.
Because you feel bad.
All right, try this again. Oh boy, it's nerve-wracking. Is the camera running?
Yeah, camera's running. Let's go!
That still don't sound right.
Hit it. What is it doing?
Not engaging right. I think maybe the starter just. Oh, let me try it one more time. Something's not right. Come here and let's look at it. It's not gonna start.
Good.
Something's not right?
You fucking starter's junk.
Yeah, I wasn't doing that before.
Alright, shut the camera back off. Camera is off.
So this is our starter mount, which ended up not working. I got this on eBay, and it kept trying to flex. We tried, junk. We tried to stiffen it to the mount with this piece of
C-channel.
Yep, C-channel, and it kept on tearing up the flex plate. You can see, oh yeah, you can see real good right in here, like right there especially. It started tearing up the flex plate, which it is what it is. We're gonna try to go to a different setup with an actual bell housing to hold it later. That's where we're at right now. Well, fellas, that's the end of the video. Unfortunately, it kind of ended in failure. Where we're at right now is we're trying to find, what?
I was trying to poke you in the face.
Where we're at right now is we're trying to find a bell housing so we can get a proper starter mount onto this thing so there will be no deflection and tearing up flywheels and causing starters to stick and just all kinds of bad stuff.
Direction.
Yep.
I've actually been on the lookout for quite a while now. All of the local sources, most of the salvage yards and all the transmission shops in the area I've gotten a hold of. And for this particular Flexplate that we have, which is one of the bigger ones, the bell housing that you need for it is just, they're not showing up in the area, so that's pretty unfortunate. So while we look for that, we're gonna like keep on keeping on and making little improvements to the setup, and hopefully, you know, we'll have another video of a successful start. I want to thank everybody that watches these videos and contributes and all that stuff. Take a second of your time to hit the like button, subscribe. It means a lot. If you're new here, leave a comment down below. If anybody has a bell housing, be sure to send me a message. You can join the Facebook group, link in the description, and let me know. And as always, all of this stuff has been posted in there for kind of a few months now. So if you want to keep up to date on the project, make sure you join the group to get immediate information. You can always ask me in the group too what's going on if I'm being lazy and not posting anything. But that's it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Until the next one, this is Dog Roger. I'll see you next time.